Monsters, please join me over here in the shade. Everyone else, please gather before me to hear the explanation. Thank you everybody for coming out today. I know there are some newer faces, so just as a heads up, this last 6 months we've been doing games based on these roleplay days based on the video game series Monster Hunter. This is the last such day. Next week is End Rain. It's our big award ceremony. Please come. I have over 150 awards to give out. We did a long, almost 6-hour meeting to get them all taken care of. With today's hunting, for those who do not know, in the game you can go alone or with any number of people up to 4. If you pick a group, you are not locked in. You can change hunt to hunt. How many people you have. So 1 on your own, 1 with a buddy, 1 with 4. The monsters will scale in power to meet that. If you hunt alone, they will get extra abilities to be extra difficult, namely more armor and immunities. When you hunt, you first stop by the handler. Gwen, please raise your hand. They're over there. Gwen is the handler. You go to Gwen. Gwen will assign you a target. You have to find that person. We will now, in a moment, go over what all the different monsters are. If you would like, today's special challenge is the Elder Dragon Namael, who I'll be introducing first.
I'm Namael!
The mysterious Elder Dragon of the Abyss. Namael utilizes water and lightning. There is a special terrain effect that Namael will create during the fight, where Namael creates basically flash floods. It'll be sectioned off cones of blue. That, if you're in it, you are slowed, so 1 foot on the ground at all times. You're wading through sudden surges of water. And if you're hit by a lightning bolt, instead of being stopped, you are stunned for 60 seconds. As a reminder, with magic, no instant kill spells are allowed, just to make sure that the games run the way they're intended. So that means, and no stunning either for players. So no stunning, no Finger of Death, no Spear of Annihilation, no Call Lightning, no abeyance.
No drag below.
No drag below. If you are no shatter. If you have any questions about this, ask me. Everything else is fair game. When fighting Namael, specifically Namael, we will have a timer. Whoever gets the fastest time wins in the end, and will join the ranks of people who I am making special award belt favors for their dragon slaying. Best of luck to that. Now to go over the rest of the dragon. So, Namael, briefly, aesthetically, is supposed to be a giant cross between a jellyfish, a shark, and a dragon. And, yes, shoots pressurized water and lightning. Also may explode. Look out for that. Alright. Starting on this end, we have Chaco playing Baroth. Baroth is like a big brown mud dinosaur who has his own mud terrain, and he will explain that to you when you fight him. Zarkos is playing Black Diablos. Diablos is basically just imagine a rhino on steroids with a giant pair of demon horns. It doesn't deal any elemental and vestigial wings. They can't fly. It can burrow, and it doesn't have any elemental damage, but it doesn't need that because it hits you way harder than everything else will. Armor destroying, fun times. Nargacuga is being played by Rogard. Thank you. I have a lot of names in my head right now. Nargacuga is basically a cross between a wyvern and a panther in Batman, and can shoot spikes at you. And batarangs. Okay. Listen.
Batman monster.
Teleport around, that kind of stuff. Fancy is playing Kulayaku. Basically, imagine a raptor but extra bird.
Wait, is that the one that grabs the boulder and smashes you?
Yes. Special fun fact: if you knock Fancy's feathers off and bring them back to Gwen, you'll get bonus points. Bring them back to Fancy afterwards.
Question:
Yes.
if you're quick enough, can you grab with your hands?
Fancy.
If you can get to me and grab just my feather, yes.
What weapon are you using?
You'll find out, won't you?
There you go.
You like to know, weather boy.
I would like to.
Next
and it's sunny.
Next is Radabon, played by Severin. Basically, imagine a giant roly-poly bone dinosaur. He's covered in bones and cars.
Yes.
I will throw bones at you. I don't want to be boned.
Alright. Going in and out of combat is going to be Achilles, playing Basil Geese. Imagine a wyvern combined with a B-52 bomber. He can shoot arrows while flying.
Oh my.
And they're destruction arrows.
And they're all destruction arrows.
I think if I remember once, it comes at you
As a special note, with every monster I've named so far, they can invade your hunts, so you might be fighting one and another one will interrupt.
Is there battle royales?
So the monsters cannot work together, but it'll be free for all, your team versus monster, and they will leave after a bit. They won't stay the whole hunt.
Can you ride the monster?
With their permission. If you kill the invader, you get their points. It's very difficult to do so, but it's been done. We also have, returning from our last 2 roleplay days, the 2 Elder Dragons that fought then. Slightly powered down, because I don't need to have 5 or 6 people per each of them. Sume is playing the Dragon of Wind and Steel, Kushala Deora. And Tug is playing the Elder Dragon of Rot and Death, Balhazak. They are worth extra points. They will not be, actually, no, yeah, you guys can invade. Points! Monsters! There can only be 2 monster invasions per hunt, and an Elder Dragon covers both of those slots. So if an Elder Dragon invades, it's the only invasion. If somebody else tries, tell them, sorry, we've already been invaded.
Can you invade an Elder Dragon's fight besides whiskeys?
Not whiskeys, but yes.
Are there items around the field which I can use to inflict blights or wounds on these?
Unfortunately, no. But if you talked to me in the past weeks and you hunted other monsters, you got to make relics. Unfortunately, if you're brand new, you have not had the time to hunt yet and make relics.
Nope.
Next raid. Alright. Everyone else, reminder, you can use 1 relic at a time. They're automatically approved for all hunting. And you can switch out between fights. You can switch your classes between fights, you can switch your spell list between fights.
Make sure your relic is known to
Yes,
the monsters.
weapons. Everything, and if you die in a fight, you can switch out as well while you're dead. As a note, with dying, no matter how many team members you have, and no matter who it is who dies, at the 3rd death, your team loses. Nope, it's the 3rd death unless you have a Palico who is a healer Palico. If you want to play the Palico class as a custom, talk to me after. I'll get you the write-up.
Talk about reses.
Reses. Oh, resing does not count to stop this limit. So, if you die, you can come back to life after 60 seconds, at least 10 feet away from the monster. If I'm playing a healer and I resurrect you, we still have the death counted against us, but we get to skip the timer. That's the benefit of resing. Okay?
What does the Palico do there?
The Palico gives you 1 extra death for your team.
So let's die at 3, you get 4.
Yes.
This is if they're taking the healer.
If I have a golem and I'm within 10 feet of the enemy, can they still spawn on me?
Yes, they can. What's the normal rule says yes or no?
So yeah, golem can spawn
Then
on
yes.
me. Yeah.
They usually just spawn point.
Yep. Golem death still counts as a death. Undead minion death still counts as a still counts as a death trigger, makes them insubstantial. We will be going until it is too hot to continue. If a monster, you get to them and they say, sorry, I'm exhausted, just go back to Gwen, okay? Safety first, get water, Bring monsters water as a gift. It'd be nice.
Especially not me. I'm water dragon.
All right. Yeah, hunt begins.
Panther powered by water subsidy. Powered by flag. Powered by water subsidy.
Okay. Guess what? Power to take flight.
Powered by water subsidy.
Power landing. He also ignores
Powered
terrain.
take flight.
Power I take flight.
Flag, lightning. Okay, charging 1, charging 2, charging 3, charging 4, charging 5, supernova!
All right, Sume's dead.
Yeah, we did it!
I killed someone!
That's your first life. Respawn.
Yeah!
Leon.
What? I'm what? Dead?
Suppressed. 4 seconds.
What?